tonight, help is on the way. We're getting reaction from small businesses after Minnesota's legislature voted to give financial help to those struggling. Plus, we're hearing from two longtime DFLers who crossed party lines in an important vote for Minnesota's governor and the emergency powers. And a local school district is planning ahead for the new year and switching gears on their learning model.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us tonight. Some big news out of the state capitol overnight, where lawmakers approved millions in pandemic relief money for struggling businesses. Here's a look at where that $216 million will go. About $88 million is headed for restaurants, bars, and gyms where business is down 30% or more. $14 million was allocated for convention centers and movie theaters. Another $115 million will go to counties, which will then award grants to businesses or nonprofits that are also down more than 30%. This morning, Governor Tim Walz called the funding a critical lifeline, acknowledging what he says is the enormous sacrifice business owners have made for the good of the state. But not all businesses are sure the money will make a big difference, especially as they await word on whether the state's COVID-19 restrictions will be extended. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with a Duluth restaurant owner about the struggles the pandemic has brought and how they're making ends meet.
An overnight announcement from the state capitol allocating $216 million to struggling businesses throughout Minnesota is leaving a glimmer of hope. But only for so long.
We don't have a lot of employees, so we get the minimum amount, but it's wonderful that people will be getting some more money because most of us, our PPP loans are all gone.
Locally owned restaurants like GB Schneider's in West Duluth have struggled during the pandemic, especially with the second round of restrictions, which took effect last month.
We're doing 25% of our normal business. Last time we were doing 60% of our normal business. So we're hurt.
For Sarah's Table, Chester Creek Cafe, co-owner Carla Bloomberg says the pandemic has been emotional.
You know, we had to lay so many people off. I mean, typically in a normal day in the summer, we had 20, 25 people in here during the day, and now we have like 8.
To put things into perspective, owners of Sarah's Table say they need to make $2,500 a day in order to break even. On Tuesday, they only made $700.
You know, that's why we need the money to make up that difference between what it costs us to be here and be open. And what we're doing right now, we're just trying to provide sort of a service to our neighborhood.
Some restaurant owners hope Governor Walz will consider lifting restrictions and allow diners indoors. But until then,
what are you going to do? You're not going to whine. Just going to wait. We've been through rough times. We'll get through this too.
yeah.
As we mentioned, Governor Walz is expected to announce whether he'll extend the state's COVID-19 restrictions tomorrow. His office has not said what time that announcement could come. We'll bring you that live update on air and online. In an update to a story we brought you last night, Minnesota's extension of the peacetime emergency also includes continued protections for renters in the state. The order from Governor Walz includes an extension of the statewide eviction moratorium. It now runs through at least January 13th. That means Minnesotans who fall behind on rent due to hard times during the pandemic cannot be evicted. Tenants who can't pay are urged to talk to their landlords right away. After forming an independent caucus last month, two longtime DFL senators from the Iron Range have cast their first vote. During Monday's special session, Senators David Tomassoni and Tom Bach voted alongside Republicans to end Governor Tim Walz's emergency powers. Senate Republicans have voted to end the powers every time it's been up for extension. In an interview today, Senator Tomassoni said he wasn't voting with Republicans. Instead, he was voting based on what he's hearing from his constituents, who say businesses and students are struggling during the pandemic. He says there needs to be a solution. Tomassoni says at the end of the day, he has to vote to represent his constituents, and that means crossing the aisle from time to time.
My district is the kind of district that I sometimes have to vote with the Democrats, and I sometimes have to vote with the Republicans. And that's the kind of thing that I think my constituents sent me there to do, to make the judgment call that they trust me to do.
Tomasoni stressed they formed the independent caucus because being in the minority party in the Senate, the move gave them more power when it comes to creating a budget proposal next year. Peter is in for Dave this week and has a first look at the weather. Some snow flying out there.
Yeah, you can see on Spirit Mountain that we got some snowflakes flying out there. And also, some of the roads are starting to get a little bit slick, so you might want to take it slow if you have any plans to take you out and about this evening. As you can see from the Spirit Mountain camera, you can see the snowflakes are flying there. Taking a look at satellite and radar right now, you can see that the snow is just beginning to exit the Twin Ports region, especially that heavier band of that darker blue there. And as we zoom out, we'll see that's basically the last of the snow that we'll see tonight. All that snow will gradually begin to work its way out as we head through the rest of the evening tonight. Let's take a live look at some of the roads out there. As you can see, Canal Park roads are mainly wet there, as well as the I-35 Cody Street exit. Roads are only wet there. Virginia, we're seeing a little bit of snow up there, as well as Ashland, a little bit of snow down there by the lake, and also road conditions across the region. Dealing with partially or either completely covered roads, so definitely going to want to take it slow if you have any plans to take you out and about this evening. Forecast for tonight, temperatures fall back into the teens with mostly cloudy skies overhead, but I'm tracking a warm-up in the 7-day forecast. I'll have details on that coming up. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. A Twin Cities nurse on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic was the first person in Minnesota to receive a COVID-19 vaccine. Tara Whitty, who works in a coronavirus unit at the Minneapolis VA Medical Center, got the shot this morning. She says she feels honored to be the first and did not hesitate to volunteer. Thousands of doses of the Pfizer vaccine began arriving in Minnesota this week, with the VA hospital being the first recipient. Governor Tim Walz says the vaccine is a sign of hope in a trying year.
I know that it's asking a lot sometimes in a time of great divide. This is a real day and week, if you will, of national triumph, of national hopefulness, of unity.
Additional doses of the vaccine also arrived at Sanford Bemidji Medical Center, Olmsted Medical Center in Rochester, and the Cass Lake Indian Health Services. At last check, Duluth hospitals are still waiting for their first shipments. And in Wisconsin, healthcare workers have started to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. The first 10,000 doses arrived in the state on Monday. About 35,000 more are expected by the end of next week. The first doses are going to frontline healthcare workers and to nursing home residents in a couple of weeks. The general public will not get the vaccine for a couple of months. After going completely virtual, the Superior School District is planning to return to hybrid learning in the new year. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo explains what today's announcement means for students. Kendall.
In a letter from the Superior School District, they announced hybrid learning will resume for all students starting on January 11th. Superior students have been in full distance learning since last month. Students will resume on-site learning with the hybrid model starting on January 11th. This start date allows for at least a 2-week window after the holidays to watch for COVID-19 symptoms. Future changes to the learning model will be based on staff availability instead of county case rates. District Administrator Amy Starzecki says moving to a virtual model did not have a direct impact on reducing community transmission rates in Superior.
We continue to see rates of transmission in schools is a lot less than it is out in the community. And I attribute that to our sanitizing, our extensive cleaning, our mask wearing, obviously, and our social distancing.
Starting Monday, small group activities will resume with COVID-19 safety procedures. Competitions will also be allowed per the district's winter sports guidelines. Students who have chosen full virtual learning are able to stay with that model into the spring semester.
Kendall Jarbo in the newsroom for us tonight. Thanks, Kendall. In Michigan, new cases of COVID-19 are slowing, but deaths are continuing to rise. The pandemic is now responsible for nearly 11,000 deaths in the state. Today, Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmer joined a group of governors urging people not to travel for the holidays, to restrict gatherings, continue to wear masks, and social distance. The governor issued a pause, increasing some restrictions to businesses last month, and then extended it as rising COVID rates began to slow down.
Simply put, what we're doing is working. The vast majority of Michiganders are taking this seriously and doing their part to help us eradicate this virus. So, to the Michiganders and business owners who have doubled down on mask wearing, social distancing, and limiting indoor gatherings where COVID-19 thrives, thank you.
A recent survey says a majority of Michiganders support Whitmer and think she's doing all she can to keep people safe. Well, it won't be long until you'll be able to buy a COVID-19 test at the drugstore. The Illume COVID-19 home test just got emergency authorization from the FDA. The take-home test requires you to swab your nose. It will cost $30 and you'll get the results in about 20 minutes straight to your smartphone. It's being called a major milestone. The company expects to produce more than 3 million tests this January. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, for some, 2020 has been a long year full of turmoil, while others have used the year to strongly support their communities. How one Ely couple plans to keep bellies full next.
And once again, temperatures were below average today, but that doesn't last much longer. I'll have the details coming up in the 7-day forecast.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Your smile is a gift that deserves the perfect fit. At Aspen Dental, find the comfort and joy of natural-looking dentures crafted just for you. Feel the difference of a state-of-the-art smile made in our on-site labs, made for your budget, and made in as little as a day. Now, for a limited time, get dentures for as low as $29 per month per arch with 60 months financing, and give yourself the gift of endless smiles. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
Okay, Mr. Medicare figure-outer, one last question. What's the cost?
For many, Part A is free. Cost goes up the more parts you add. But UCare has Medicare Advantage plans that come with everything you need.
Sounds good. And so does your bike. Now.
Yeah, thanks to you, she's purring like a kitten on a bed of yarn.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah, I just made it up. You can steal it for your bike shop.
No, I'm good.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
I was stuck in a gray area. The first treatment, I actually laughed and scared myself because I hadn't heard myself laugh in years.
Visit us online. Be well with us at Ketamine North Infusion.
It's the season for streaming and the perfect time to power up all your devices with Extreme Internet. Call today and save with prices as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Go dashing through your shows with amazing speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Enjoy the gift of high-speed entertainment for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. Hurry, offer ends December 21st.
Somewhere along the way, the story got turned around. Maybe because you didn't want the responsibility. But we need to be really clear about this. We are not the front line. You are. We are your last chance.
It is the question that matters the most.
¿Dónde está?
That takes you behind the story.
Robert.
It drives everything we do. It is the foundation of trust.
Who did all of this?
And the truth that propels us forward.
What did you make of that?
It is the question. 1 word, 3 letters long. And without it, our purpose,
that's news,
and our freedom fade. This is why.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3. CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's.
And welcome back. It was another day below average. Highs today topped out at 15 degrees. Average for this time of year should be right around 22 degrees. As you can see, another cool night last night as well. Lows bottomed out at -3 here at Duluth International up on top of the hill. Temperatures right now, 19 degrees with a little bit of snow shower activity, especially for us here in Canal Park. It's wrapping up as we head through the rest of the night tonight. Southwest wind blowing at 6 miles per hour. It means we're dealing with a wind chill of about 11 degrees if you have any plans that bring you out and about tonight. Right now, temperatures are sitting sitting in the teens as well as lower 20s for most of us. 19 degrees for us down by Lake, 15 on top of the hill, 14 in Evelyn, 12 in Orr, 12 as well International Falls, 13 in Baudette, and 17 degrees in Bemidji. Down in Wisconsin, they're sitting closer to that 20-degree mark, 17 in Ashland, 19 in Solon Springs, as well as 19 degrees in Superior and Siren. But we're still dealing with a little bit of the wind chill issues out there. We're not below zero, though, actually. Most of us are sitting with wind chills in the single digits. 3 degrees for the real feel for us here in Duluth, 4 in Orr, 12 in International Falls, 3 in Baudette, 9 in Bemidji. Down in Wisconsin, they're sitting closer to the single digits, 10 in Siren, as well as 10 degrees in Hayward. So here's a look at that snow that we've been dealing with today. As you can see, just beginning to clear the Route 53 region. It's going to gradually begin to progress further east. We'll be getting rid of that snow as we head through the rest of the night tonight. So here's this model futurecast. As you can see, 6 o'clock it's showing that snow shower activity that we have out there right now. As we progress through the rest of the night tonight, all those snow showers will begin to dissipate. And towards 10 o'clock tonight, you can see we're sitting high and dry and basically mostly cloudy skies across the region. Maybe a few leftover snow showers, especially for Lake Cook County, the Arrowhead region up north. But most of us should be have gotten rid of that snow by tonight. And then for Wednesday, 7 a.m., maybe a few of us wake up to some partial clearing towards Moose Lake, Aiken, Brainerd, points south and west of there. The rest of us, though, we're under mostly cloudy skies. And any clearing that we do see really won't last all that much longer. Mostly cloudy skies fill in once again towards Wednesday, 2 p.m. Maybe a few more snow showers begin to fire up towards Bemidji points north and west as well. Won't produce all that much, maybe another tenth or so an inch of snow. As we head towards Wednesday, 6 o'clock, you can see that snow shower activity progressing a little bit further west, but nothing that really will hamper your evening commute for Thursday. Here's your forecast for tonight. Temperatures fall back into the teens, 13 degrees in Solon Springs, 13 for us here in Duluth, 10 in Hibbing, 12 in Grand Rapids, 12 as well in Baudette. Down in Wisconsin, they're sitting in the upper teens down there, 17 in Ashland, 14 in Hayward, 15 degrees in Siren. Highs for tomorrow, we surpassed the 20-degree mark once again. 27 degrees in Solon Springs, 26 in Duluth, 24 in Grand Rapids, 24 in Hibbing, 25 in International Falls. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. As you can see, the theme is mostly cloudy skies and tack on a few degrees. As we head through the rest of the weekend and rest of the week and towards the weekend, you can see mostly cloudy skies prevail towards the weekend, and then temperatures climb into the lower 30s as we progress towards Saturday and Sunday. Kristen?
All right, thanks, Peter. One thing 2020 has shown is that there are good people in the world. In fact, 2 of them live right here in the Northland. CBS3's Leanne Valdez shares with us how an Ely couple is helping by keeping the community fed.
2020 has been a cold year for many.
Where people are really hurting right now.
As businesses remain closed under Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's orders, people are struggling to put food on the table.
Nobody's open in Ely, so there's a lot of unemployed people.
Hoping to warm things up a bit are Marty and Don Shenander.
We just want to share the love.
The owners of the oldest operating resort in Ely, Stony Ridge, took to Facebook to share that love.
And we're just blessed that we're able to help others.
The couple is offering anyone who is not working or simply can't afford food a free meal.
But we're offering burgers and fries. You know, we did a little gas money and stuff like that too for people. So whatever we have, we'll give.
The Shenanders say what's understood never has to be explained, and people shouldn't be embarrassed to ask for help.
And we're hoping that people will take us up on our offer because we know they're hurting. And
a few orders came in Monday night. Dawn delivered a couple.
I get emotional when I talk about that, so it just feels good bringing that food to them and just seeing the smile on their faces.
Their resort also took a hit, having to lay off close to a dozen employees. But the Shenanders say this is a calling from above, and they're not going to ignore it.
We've certainly been helped over the years, too, and that's what Ely does. We all stick together, so that's the beauty of it.
The resort plans to do this until they no longer can. At this time, they're not taking any donations. Instead, they hope people pay it forward. Coming up in sports, is UMD ready to welcome fans back in the building? Kelly is in with the details next.
Fond du Duluth Casino is having a sock drive now through December 15th.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, continue watching CBS 3. CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
This winter, beat the cold with an Up North hat. Michigan made, these warm hats are expertly stitched with soft fabric, perfect for protecting you from whatever Mother Nature throws your way. Visit our website today at upnorthhats.com.
Keeping yourself and your family safe from germs and bacteria is made easy with Cetus ultraviolet technology for sterilization. Through time-tested ultraviolet irradiation, killing 99% of dangerous microbes is simple and effortless. UV light technology is faster and more reliable than water-based disinfectants. Now easier than ever to live germ-free. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Did you know that over 90% of today's top-rated television shows can be watched for free, including live sports, news, and the hottest sitcoms, all for free with TV Freeway Gold. Simply plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite HD broadcast television shows free. TV Freeway Gold uses premium gold-plated connectors, giving you high-quality signal transfer so you can watch all your major channels, all in high definition, absolutely free, anywhere you want it, even on your boat, so you can cut the cord and get TV the freeway with TV Freeway Gold for only $19.99 for free TV forever. But when you order now, you can get a second TV Freeway Gold for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, and we'll ship them both to you free. But you have to order now.
Call 1-800-408-5417. That's 1-800-408-5417. Or visit tvfreewaygold.com. Order now.
Your friends at Security Jewelers love the holidays a ton. We are delighted to help our customers find something for their special one. Parents, children, a spouse, or a friend. A gift from Security Jewelers says you care without end. Some gifts are large and some gifts are small. This year, more than ever, heartfelt gifts mean the most of all. It might be a watch or a shiny new ring. Trust Security Jewelers to help you find the very best thing.
Happy holidays!
When Subaru shares the love, good things happen. Over 64,000 pets supported. Over 2,500 wishes granted. Over 2 million meals provided. Over 400 national parks protected. In fact, Subaru and our retailers will have proudly donated over $200 million to national and hometown charities through the Subaru Share the Love event.
Visit Miller Hill Subaru today, online at millerhill.com.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3. When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Season 2 is
The
here,
Kelly
y'all.
Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Live, local, CBS 3. Now, CBS 3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Unbelievably, there are only 2 hockey games left for the Bulldogs in the year 2020, both of which are men's games down in the NCHC pod down in Omaha, Nebraska. But after that, it is back to the normal travel schedule outside of a bubble environment. Their first game back is at Amsoil Arena and is scheduled for January 2nd against St. Cloud State. As of right now, under the governor's shutdown order in Minnesota, there will be no fans at that game. But DEC Interim Executive Director Roger Reinert says that they're looking to change that soon.
We're prepared. If the governor said tomorrow that we could have 250 people in the arena, we've got a plan for that. If the state allowed us to make a pitch to them around how we could maybe do multiple 250-person pods within the arena and do that safely, we're ready for that. If we're able to have people with concessions, we're ready for that. So we've been very thoughtful about what all those variables might be, and we're prepared for any of them. We just need the state and the governor to say green light, go, and hopefully that'll happen still during this season.
And they took advantage of the break in hockey to repaint the ice at Amsoil today. If you've ever wondered how they do that, we'll have more coming up tonight at 10. And the Bulldogs are back in action tomorrow against Nebraska Omaha. It's one of only 2 games left that they have down in the pod at Baxter Arena. They'll play North Dakota on Saturday. And the wait is finally over for you Bucks fans. Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo will be staying in Milwaukee for the next 6 seasons. The Greek Freak has signed a 5-year Supermax contract extension worth $228 million. I think we should include that in our next contracts, Kristen. The biggest contract in NBA history. Predictably so. Giannis posted a message on social media today saying, quote, "I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 5 years. Let's make these years count." His deal includes an opt-out clause after the 4th year. Last year, he posted a career-high 29.5 points per game, along with 13.6 rebounds per game as well. Antetokounmpo and the Bucks now have just one thing on their collective minds: winning an NBA championship. In other UMD hockey news, former UMD captain Parker McKay announced via Twitter today that he has decided to retire from playing hockey. McKay made his decision citing personal health issues, recently recovered from COVID-19 while playing hockey over in Austria. At the end of his written announcement, he added that he still loves the game and plans to be around the game for years to come, potentially hinting at a career in coaching. Tonight at 10, UMD got yesterday and today off down in the college hockey bubble down in Omaha before their game against the Mavs tomorrow night. We've been talking a lot of X's and O's, but I wanted to know the T from the bubble. Here's a preview.
If you could leave one teammate in the bubble and not bring him back to Duluth, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. Louis, start us.
I don't know. That's just kind of wrong.
Yeah, so we'll have the answer to that burning question tonight at 10. Quite the cliffhanger, huh?
Oh, Kelly, I love that. I could tell they were a bit uncomfortable to answer that question.
Well, it's funny, and you'll see it at 10. A couple of them are comfortable. One of them just jumped right in and was like, this person. So tune in at 10 to see who it was.
Definitely looking forward to that. Thanks, Kelly. Also tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, the Duluth Police Department recently received an almost $1 million grant. This grant will fund the creation of the Lake Superior Diversion and Substance Use Response Team. Tonight, we'll hear from Lieutenant Jeff Kazel, who hopes this new grant will help lower crime rates in the Duluth area. Peter, let's get a final check of the weather.
Yeah, so the snow's going to gradually begin to wind down as we head through the rest of the evening tonight. And then we're left with mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the evening tonight. And here's how that 7-day forecast is shaping up. Another thread of snow come Thursday. That looks to produce maybe a few tenths of an inch of snow. Then Friday it looks to be like about an inch, but we clear things out for the weekend.
We will see you right back here at 10. Thanks for joining us.